So we just got treated to a brand new trailer for Ahsoka, which is officially confirmed for the release date of the 23rd of August, which is great, as prior to this, we were mostly under the impression it was going to air on the 31st. So this is actually really good, and I'm happy to get it earlier than what I expected. Now this was a pretty short teaser trailer, being only 30 seconds long, but we did actually get quite a bit of new footage, which in this video I'm going to be going over and sort of analyzing frame by frame so that we can uncover all the smallest sort of details and bits of information that you guys might have missed. So let's jump straight into the trailer.
It's been a while. Things have changed.
So this first bit of footage here is all from previous trailers, but I just wanted to point out that that is Ahsoka's, I believe it's the T-15 shuttle, I could be wrong here, flying over Lothal there. We do know that that is confirmed to be getting a Lego set coming in reportedly September. And we see that she's sort of being escorted here by two maybe Rebel or New Republic X-Wings, which leads me to believe is Ahsoka working with the New Republic here. And has she actually been a part of the rebellion all the way up until the fall of the Empire with the destruction of the second Death Star? We also see Sabine and Ahsoka talking on what looks to be a new planet. It kind of looks like Alderaan to me, which it can't be because that's blown up, but it could be maybe just one of the more built up city areas on Lothal. If you freeze the frame here, you can see that Sabine has quite a few people behind her. There's sort of a couple people on the left and then a droid, which sort of makes me think that they're having this conversation in a pretty public place rather than sort of in hiding.
Hearing whispers about Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
So now we have some new footage here, and we know Thrawn is going to be played by Lars Mikkelsen, as we got announced at Star Wars Celebration, and we have that same backwards over the shoulder shot. Now this trailer doesn't actually show the full image that we got to see at Star Wars Celebration of Lars Mikkelsen in the full makeup for Thrawn, but we did get this new shot of what I'm assuming is Thrawn's ship landing in some sort of hangar. Now his ship does look pretty small and unimposing, so we know Thrawn has been hiding from almost the Empire as well, because in that scene in Mandalorian Season 3, we saw all the other officers talking, and Moff Gideon wasn't even sure that Thrawn still existed. We then also see, it's on the left of the screen there, what looks to be an Imperial officer with some grey hair, which sort of hints towards probably being Captain Pellaeon, as we saw in the Mandalorian season finale, who is Thrawn's right-hand man from the Timothy Zahn books.
We have to prepare for the worst.
We see Hera back in action here, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who we did get some new images for the other day, and I made a separate video on that where she goes and sort of gives some information about her perspective on playing the character. There is no footage here, but we do see the same shot of Mon Mothma again that we saw in that first trailer, which I'm just really excited to see her again, and she's become sort of a fan favorite character now, which is just great.
The Jedi fell a long time ago. There aren't many left.
Now this is what we've been waiting for. We see the sort of same shot of Sabine looking at Ezra's hologram before we get to see Sabine wield Ezra's lightsaber in a duel against the new character Shin Hati. Now we know Sabine is skilled with a Jedi's weapon, as we got to see her use the Darksaber in Rebels as she trained with Kanan, but now to see her actually be wielding Ezra's lightsaber is just really cool, and a lot of discussion has been had that Shin Hati looks to be having Kanan's lightsaber, as well as back in that Rebels episode, he gets knocked off of that giant building that they're sort of climbing up to as he's rescuing Hera in the episode Jedi Knight. So maybe she obtained it somehow. But yeah, it's just awesome to see sort of the characters of Kanan and Ezra live on through their lightsabers, even though certainly in Kanan's case, they are no longer with us. Framing of the shot also sort of makes it look like this duel happens at the bottom of the watchtower on Lothal, as we can see Sabine is in the same outfit that she was as we see in that earlier scene when she's atop that tower looking at Ahsoka flying in.
Perhaps it is time to begin again.
So we get a couple of new shots here, sort of to finish off the trailer, as we see Ahsoka running away from a giant explosion and some crumbling ruins, which is the same place that we saw Ahsoka investigate back at the start of the first trailer that we saw back in March or April, whenever it was. This could be the same place where Ezra discovered the world between worlds back on Lothal, as maybe Ahsoka was trying to access it to try and get back in, but we know that that was sort of destroyed, so that's probably very highly unlikely, and it's probably just a new place with some kind of Jedi history to it. We then get to see the Clone Wars droid, Huyang, make his reappearance, voiced by Doctor Who himself, David Tennant. And these are the same scenes that we saw in that first trailer, but it's just great to see him back. I'm not sure how much of a role, like how big of a role he's going to play, but just anything to see Huyang back is really cool. And then the final shot is Ahsoka stabbing one of those droids that we saw in our first trailer straight through the chest. So we obviously know who's going to win that fight then. I'm actually really happy with this trailer overall. It gave us some new scenes, but it didn't really get into anything too spoilery from the first trailer, as all the footage seems to be from probably the first couple of episodes, which I think is great, as it means they're probably hiding quite a bit. There's some awesome stuff definitely going to happen. And we still don't really know a whole lot about the story of the show. We know that it's about finding Ezra, but that's about it. How exactly they're going to go about that, we have no idea. So if you did enjoy it, please go ahead and subscribe. It really helps out the small channel in growing and helping us get to 500 subscribers. And other than that, have a great day.